My name is Leo Perez. This is my P&PV pitch for the game Music Madness. Music Madness is a single-player music-themed simulation game where the player is trying to fix their DJ equipment in a club by checking wires, moving volume sliders, plugging and unplugging wires, checking power strips, etc. The player must complete this task before the owner decides to throw you out, but the patrons want some music and keep coming up to ask you questions. To play Music Madness, you do not need to know much about DJ equipment, because the beginning of the game will be very simple troubleshooting, such as volume is too low, the power is off, or something is unplugged. As the game progresses, troubleshooting will become more difficult, having the players replacing wires and having multiple problems at one time. The goal is that the player will learn troubleshooting techniques and the basic functionality of the equipment in the early levels. Music Madness will take place in a 3D world where the player will have to move between multiple pieces of equipment such as mixing boards, speakers, computers, and power strips. An example of an early level would be that no sound is coming from the speakers. To resolve this issue, the player must raise the volume where the wires are plugged in. As you work, guests may walk up to ask questions as to why there is no music. This will reveal 3 possible answers, one resulting in a fight, another one resulting in another question, and a final one satisfying the customer and rewarding you with more time to work on your equipment. The response leading to another question will be less respectful than the one granting more time, but it will be similar. If you select this answer twice, the player will frustrate the owner, reducing the amount of time to work on the equipment. The answer that will lead to a fight will cause the player to get kicked out immediately, but it will be relatively easy to identify, either being rude or about an entirely unrelated topic to the question. This answer's primary objective is to make players pay attention to the responses that they select. The antagonizing forces of this game are the time and the patrons, as managing either of them poorly will result in losing the game and having to start the level over. The developmental risks of this game would primarily be the balancing of time and difficulty. If the solution is too easy, the game would be boring, but if the time is not long enough for the more difficult stages, the game may get very frustrating. This game will play similar to Car Mechanic Simulator 2015 by having the player move from one component to another, having to change parts, and having to return something to working order from a state where it does not work properly. This is my pitch for Music Madness. Thank you very much.